Well, you guys, it finally happened. It happens to everyone from time to time. I got sick. And I just want to tell you guys how that went for me as compared to being sick while being a carnivore and being sick while not being a carnivore. But first, I want to point out this pin I have. Can you guys all see that butterfly? Gift from one of my students. Too sweet. And I thought it was appropriate for all of the changes, the metamorphosis, if you will, of the carnivore lifestyle for me. First, I want to start off by saying about getting sick. Okay, I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher for 24 years. This is my 24th year teaching. So I'm halfway through that. And my immune system is pretty rock solid. Okay, that is not a testament to my prior diet. You know from previous videos how bad that was. That is a testament to just being around germs all day long, every day. So the first, 2-3 years of teaching, I got sick all the time. All the time. I caught everything. We have about 30 kids in the class every single year, and they are bringing in germs all the time, and I think I must have caught every single one of them. As the years have gone by, I've gotten sick less and less. And very recently, these last few years, like pre-2020, okay, I have not been sick since then. I am not kidding. I've been around kids that are throwing up at school. You know, they throw up and then I got to send them home, stuff like that. I've been around kids with fevers. I got to send them home. I've been around kids with the virus. Got to send them home. And I have not experienced any symptoms of any of that this whole time since before 2020. Okay, that's just me. But my son, on last Friday, he went to his school's winter formal. And as you might remember from your high school dance days, it's quite loud in there. It's, they're blasting the music. And so to talk to his friends, he had to talk very loudly to be heard over the din of the music. And so on Saturday, when he had a little bit of a sore throat, he didn't even tell me about it. In fact, he thought nothing of it. He thought, oh, it's just because I was, yelling basically all night last night, and he didn't say anything. And then on Sunday, I guess it got a little worse, but he didn't really think anything of it. And then Monday came. Now on Monday, he asked me to take him to school a little bit early because he wanted to hang out with his friends. He did not say he felt poorly. He did not complain about his health at all. So I agreed. I took him to school a little bit early and came home. I was planning on having a day off from school because my son did have an eye doctor appointment coming up. And so, but within 2.5 hours, yeah, the school was calling me and they said, your son has a 101 point, I don't remember the point, but over 101 point something fever. He would like you to come get him. So I went back to the school and I got him. And he was, shivery, achy, the whole deal. It didn't take long before he threw up. And then he went to sleep. This boy doesn't sleep during the day. He is a teenager, so on a weekend, he will sleep in like nobody's business. But he came home and I think he was awake for a bit. And then I think about 1 o'clock, he went to sleep. And he slept until about 8 p.m. that night. And he had thrown up. And his fever was there. And he was cold and hot and achy and sore. And his throat hurt and his throat was scratchy. Tuesday, I took the day off due to the fact that he was sick. I took his temperature. It was still at about 100 degrees. At this point, he had not thrown up any further, but he was very dehydrated. He wasn't eating a ton, but he was eating a little bit and keeping things down. But then he did take another nap for about 2 hours. And then he started having the diarrhea. So Wednesday, that was yesterday, he did not have to go to school. His fever was gone yesterday. He was no longer throwing up or having diarrhea. However, he needed a day to recuperate. He was still kind of weak and tired. He needed to refeed, right? Rehydrate, all that good stuff. Okay. And then today he went back to school. So today he resumed his normal activities. So that is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I don't know if you want to count Wednesday. So 4 to 5 days it took him. So yesterday on Wednesday, the day that I let him stay home one more day to recuperate, I woke up, I had dinner for breakfast. I was hungry. I had picanha. Big shocker to all of you. I know, dinner for breakfast, I told you. I don't have that thing where like it's the morning, so I've got to eat eggs. Like I don't have that thing. I've never even really liked sweet foods at breakfast. Like back in my prior life, I never really wanted like pancakes or like waffles. If it was breakfast, I would have like an omelet, stuff like that. I just never really thought like breakfast foods are breakfast foods, dinner foods are dinner foods. I've always kind of liked hearty things. So anyways, I had picanha for breakfast yesterday. Felt fine all day, but about lunchtime, and I hadn't brought any food for lunch because I was still full from the picanha, but I started getting this nauseous, like out of control, extremely nauseated feeling. I did not have a sore throat. I checked my temperature. I did not have a fever. I did not actually throw up, and I did not have diarrhea, but I was nauseous to the point that I left work early. The students leave work early on Wednesdays. We had a scheduled staff meeting, and I told my principal that I wasn't feeling well, and I left. I came home, and I took a nap for 2 hours. I woke up. I was still nauseous. Nauseous. I continued to not eat. I just kind of hung out on the couch, feeling nauseous. I went to bed early. I slept for 8 solid hours, like the dead, like hard, like dead to the world, sleep. For 8 solid hours, did not wake up one time. When I woke up this morning, I did not feel nauseous at all. I had no other symptoms. And I decided to go to work. I took bone broth with me. I took 2 pint-sized jars, but they're not full all the way because I freeze them. So like 3/4 of the pint, maybe a cup and a half, cup to a cup and a half. 2 of those to work today. I drank 1 at recess. I drank 1 at lunch. Just kind of sipped on it because I didn't know. I didn't know if eating something would set me off. I wanted to be able to stay at work. I felt fine. So I came home from work today. I ate dinner. I ate I had 2 slices of that picanha left. I ate those and a little bit of bacon. So a little bit of a smaller dinner than usual because I'd normally have 3 or 4 slices. Let's be real, 4 slices of that picanha. I had about 2 slices. I had 2 slices of picanha and maybe 3 pieces of bacon. I felt full at that point, probably because I hadn't really eaten much since 6 a.m. yesterday morning. And I feel fine. I'm not sick. No sore throat, no fever, no more nausea, no vomiting, no diarrhea. None of that happened. So I would say that I got maybe a little bit sick. I didn't have most of the symptoms that my son had, just the nausea. And it went away after like basically a nap and a good night of rest. So that's my first experience with getting sick on Carnivore. I'm not going to say that it'll be like that every time. I don't know. Like I said, I don't get sick very often. But in the past, when I would get sick, it definitely would not have been like that. If I was going to get something, it would definitely take me out for several days, for sure. That did not happen this time. I also did not get that, like, felt like you got hit by a truck feeling. Just the nausea. That was it. I mean, it was not fun, but it could have been so much worse. Can I attribute it to Carnivore? I don't know, but that's the way that went down. I guess we will find out as I continue through my Carnivore way of eating because we are humans and we are going to get sick. I'll let you know if it happens again, if I get sick again, and how my body handles it. So I'm going to go meet some wellness one day of not having nausea and getting sick at a time.